you very much. Cool. Hello, everyone. I don't have a fancy slide at the moment, but just stare at my lovely Barbie outfit instead, and just admire the shirt. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we can do better now. Come on. There you go.
And thanks, everyone. Bye. No, cool. So, I'm Ryan Brown. I'm from Lost in Cult. I was previously working with lovely Annie, actually, at Super Rare Games. Very recently joined Lost in Cult. And just going to tell you a little bit about it. Maybe I'll do some interpretive dance for the slides or something. We'll see what happens, see how I feel. But yeah, just going to tell you a little bit about Lost in Cult and sort of what we're doing there, what we're trying to build there currently, and a little bit about Berserk Boy and preservation. We'll see where this goes. I'm not winging it, you are. Cool, so Lost in Cult, perhaps you've seen our stuff around. We're best known at the moment for making premium quality video game culture tomes. We don't use the word books because we're a bit too fancy for using the word books, so we'll call them tomes. But they're basically books. We make a series of books called Lock On, which I like to call the Michelin star of video game books now. It's kind of seen as like a nice little badge of honor amongst developers to be in those books. So we're going off and talking to Naughty Dog, we're going off and talking to all these huge studios and developers and stuff that want to be in these books. And it's largely because we have like a very, very focused eye on the design of these books. Pretend there's a nice book there. But they are gorgeous, and you'll just have to trust me. And I implore you to believe me. Gorgeous books, which is what we're both best known for currently. We've also recently moved into making vinyl records. So we have a company called Lost in Cult Records, very appropriately named. We're releasing records for games like El Paso Elsewhere. We recently did a Highland song. And again, the whole company is about just like premium quality design work. And just really premium design and look and aesthetic. We're a very artsy aesthetic company, basically. So those are kind of historically where our focus has been and will continue to be. We have other book series like Design Works, where we kind of delve deeply into the development of individual games. Recently, we launched a whole collection for Eastwood. So if you're into that game, October DLC just recently came out. We dive very deeply into those. Could call it an art book, but it's a little bit more than that because we dive into the development. We interview the devs, we talk about how it was made, we show the concept art, that sort of thing. So our mission statement as a company is very much video game culture preserved. That's kind of where we're taking things and kind of where we want to focus the whole company on. We don't think that video games or any part of video games are a disposable art form. We kind of think it is something to be preserved, to be thought of and looked at and considered deeply. We're in a weird position in the sort of industry at the moment with the influx of Game Pass and stuff like Ubisoft saying people shouldn't own games anymore, weird stuff like that, where we are actively day-to-day losing video game culture, frankly, not just the ability to play games, but the ability to talk about how they were made and their concept art and all these amazing things. And so to us, that's a really important aspect of games, to be able to tell those stories of how games are made. So that's our sort of core mission statement. That's like our thing. That's not going anywhere. That's sort of what we're all about. We work with the best artists and writers in the world, basically. Bigging them up there. Again, pretend to have a nice slide here of their faces. Look at this. These are my favourite staff members. Now we're starting to expand into other areas. As I mentioned, we're doing vinyl. I've recently joined over the last few months as marketing director, but I've also joined to start up and run a new publishing label, which is, in the current climate, the best time to be doing it, obviously. But really the whole shtick about our publishing label is we are fortunate enough that we are stable, I suppose, because we're making these books. That's sort of the core of our business. It would obviously be nice to make developers rich, but really we have that sustainability there that we kind of only need to be able to break even on these kind of games in order for us to be safe. Obviously, knowing that, our cuts on that we're talking to devs, our cuts are very competitive because our aim is not to make money off it. We want to just build this cool brand. Maybe in 5 to 10 years' time, I'll be like, yes, wouldn't it be lovely if we're asked to make millions and buy 40 houses? But right now, the aim is to just build a sustainable brand, build some really cool stuff, and help cool devs do cool things. As we're looking at that at the moment, we're talking to a bunch of devs. This is almost an exclusive, really, because we haven't really spoken about this very much recently, publicly yet. But we're talking to a bunch of devs at the moment and looking at signing games. So hopefully in the near future, around summertime or autumn time or something, you'll hear about that new publishing label and some of the games under them. And yeah, certainly I do encourage anyone outside or online to talk to us about what we're doing with that new publishing label, the cool things we can do there and work together. Obviously, we're doing books and vinyls and all that lovely stuff as well. On the other side, what you may have seen outside here today is, as part of that publishing label, we're also starting to help devs with PR and other elements. I mean, we kind of want to sort of piecemeal out those offerings. If we talk to a dev and they don't want publishing, they just say, hey, I need some help getting some attention on my game. I need some help getting review keys out. Please help me. Oh my gosh, how do I get influencers to play my video game? That sort of thing. We're helping with them a little bit. So the game we have on show here today is a game called Berserk Boy, which is an action platformer. I'm going into PR spiel mode. It's an action platformer inspired by classics like Mega Man, by Sonic the Hedgehog. It has a soundtrack from T. Lopez, who did the Sonic Mania soundtrack. And just a really cool pixel action platformer by a cool single solo developer, supported by SMG Studio, who made Moving Out. They've sort of financially supported that game. So we're not publishing that game, but it's sort of our first toe into doing game stuff, basically. And yeah, we're doing the PR for that game. Comes out on the Switch and PC on March 6th. It's in Steam Next Fest on Monday as well. So the dev is obviously at home right now, panicking and screaming in my Discord, saying, are we prepared for Steam Next Fest? And yes, we are. But yeah, we're doing lots of really cool stuff. Obviously, we love to talk to everyone and anyone. I guess one of the cool things about our company is, because we're doing books, covering games and doing articles and games, because we're doing vinyl, because we're publishing games and doing PR, we kind of have some business relevance to talk to everyone. And even if we didn't, I like to talk to people and tell them how cool and nice they are. So yeah, please do come and speak to me, whether it be here or online at Toad's Anime, or email, because Twitter's dying, I suppose. So email ryan@lostandcult.co.uk. And yeah, please come chat with me about publishing, about games, vinyl, PR, all that lovely stuff. And do definitely check out our lovely books. I probably should have come with one to show you, but you know, that's the kind of preparation I'm bringing to the business, I suppose. But yeah, please do check out our stuff, because it is really incredible. And I think our mission statement, we don't have any owners, investors, or anything like that. It is just a bunch of people doing cool stuff because we want to do it. And I think being able to continue doing that is really important to us and to the industry, and preserving the sorts of things we want to preserve and helping the devs that we want to help. So yeah, come and chat with me. Hopefully that was 10 minutes-ish, 7 minutes, that's fine. Cool, yeah, come and have a chat with me. I'd love to talk to you about publishing and vinyls and books and all that lovely stuff. And now I'm going to do a little bow.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Do go check out the stand, go see him, go check out Berserk Boy, plus all the other stuff you can talk to him about, which will literally be in approximately just over 10 minutes.